Alright boys, year's come to an end, so let's do my list series. First off is top 10 favorite albums. Coming at number 10, we have Rich Amiri's Evolution. I was late on this project, but as soon as I got into it took over my daily rotation. You always gotta keep your ear out for the young, promising artists, and to me, Rich Amiri is poised to be one of the bigger artists from the new wave of the underground. And number 9 is Trippie Redd's St. Michael Myers. After dropping an unimpressive project with Manson Music and A Love Letter to You5, Tripp returned with an undeniably hard album filled with infectious bops that I have not been able to turn off, especially songs like Van Cleef Island and Pray For Us. Super hard. Great to hear Trippie come back with some hard shit. At 8 is Young Thug's Business is Business. I think that we need to revisit the Gunna's album better than Young Thug's album argument, because while Gunna did have a smash with Fuck You Mean, Young Thug's album is a lot more consistent all the way through, and I returned to it a lot more than even I initially thought, to tracks like Uncle M, Mad Dog, Hellcat Kenny, and Sake of My Kids, among others, I def still listen to. Also, shout out to Metro for fixing it, because his version is the best. At 7 is NBA Youngboy's I Rest My Case. I love a hard-ass rage beat, and YB delivered his interpretation of the style with an entire album dedicated to it. This album was dope to me as it provided a switch up from the palette of sound that you hear YB on, adding some refreshment to a sound that, as great and legendary as it is, can get stale. At 6 is Danny Brown and JPEG Mafia, Scaring the Hoes. This collab album makes more sense than an incel buying a fleshlight. And in fact, this album will scare the hoes out of the party faster than one. But all jokes aside, this album was easily one of my most played in 2023. The king of weird alt-rap with the leader of the new Weird Kids came together and made a hell of an album. At 5 is Ganger by arguably the 2023 Rookie of the Year V's. V's has been lit for a while now, but this year he exploded and caught up to Babyface Ray in the Michigan rapper race with his debut project Ganger. This album was inescapable. Even if you are a far removed remote fan of hip-hop, if you looked up in the hip-hop space, you saw V's, you heard It's Not a Drill at least, making it easily one of my favorite and most listened to of the year. At 4 is Sex Money Drugs by Lucky. SMD is another step in the unbelievably great re-rise of Lucky. Soon, someone will need to study his second run in hip-hop and compare it to the likes of Juicy J and 2 Chainz. It's so dope to see someone reach their full potential, and in 2023, Lucky showed the true trajectory of his career with projects like SMD. At 3 is For All the Dogs by Drizzy Drake Rogers. This album got so much unnecessary old head nigga hate, and that media wave made people miss out on the deep supply of bangers that are on this album. For those younger than 30, I think that age group understood the goal of the album and didn't cry about introspection or bar after bar after bar. Also, with the Scary Hours add-on, I don't see how anyone can deny how hard the album is on all fronts. I still listen to that album every day. At 2 is Yachty, Let's Start Here, and Tesla. These two are one album for me. I want to try to not glaze Yachty anymore, but it's impossible. Everything this dude dropped this year was crack rock. And even though it took a while for Let's Start Here to grow on me, it definitely clicked, and then he kicked me in the ass with Tesla to make sure to know that 2023 was Lil Boat's fucking year, and he showed my bitch ass. Finally, rounding out my list is my most played album. The album I had to actively stop listening to make sure I didn't play it out. That album is Afterlife by Yeat. This album, combined with the show I went to in 2023, made my year. This album elevated Yeat even further above his contemporaries, showing doubters and Playboi Carti biter tweakers that Yeat has his own unique sound and that he has a deserved space in today's rap climate. This album showed people that Yeat can be around as long as he wants to. He made a million different clones of this album. This album is the shit. I still listen to it all the time, and I have not stopped bumping it in 2023, making it my favorite rap album of the year.